Hey guys, I'm JuhVon, JuhVon's Knife Flicks, and I'm glad you guys are here. Today is a show and tell brought to us by my friends at Knives and More, right here in my hometown. If you got a question about this knife or any knives that I show you, they ship anywhere in the continental US. 256-489-4500. Ask for Tate and or John. And today, we've got something that came in today, which when you see this, it won't be today anymore. But this is the Microtech M Stitch or Mini Stitch. The Stitch has kind of been one of my favorite overbuilt Borka collaborations in the Microtech Ram-Lok series. And this Mini, when it came in, and I picked it up, the choil is still extremely generous. The harpoon is still ergonomically pleasing. This one's frag. You can get them in different aluminum milling patterns. You can even get the Morphiones in titanium. Blade steel is M390. MK? Is it M390? Yeah, M390 MK. Stonewashed blade, Ram-Lok, which in this model, compared to my full-size Stitch, I can really reach up there and get it. Just to give you an idea. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. We had a cat coming through here. Here is the full-size Stitch that I picked up. I've had this knife for a couple years, and I put some Lex Rex custom Cerakoted aluminum scales on this one to make it look a little different. But you'll notice that the M Stitch is a good bit smaller. And to me, that does not make it a small knife, because the full-size Stitch is a monster. The Mini kind of fits for me as a regular sized knife. So let's do something real quick. This is going to be more of a show and tell than an actual hard use review. I will cut with this. We'll cut some paper and just see how it slices. But it's not my knife. So, it's going to be just about as long, maybe an 1/8 of an inch, maybe a 1/16 of an inch shorter than the bug out. Full-size bug out. So, it is not by any means a little knife. I consider this, we can call it medium, which is that cross between small and medium. Guys, Microtech's out of the box, my first Stitch and this one too, are freaking laser beams. They cut and do not make a sound when the knife goes through the material. And again, this is a collaboration with Borka Blades, and they even have it on the clip here. M Stitch 6 of 2026. So this one was made in June. The Ram-Lok feels good, locks up. You've got very little travel to get it to pull back. But to me, I can really get my flip on with it, because my finger on my full-size Stitch, which I love, one, the hole is a little large for what I normally like. I normally like a little tighter feel in my hole. This one, they've shrunken it down a little bit, and literally it just gives you, anywhere you reach in there, you're getting positive traction on that deployment hole. You're not getting any slippage like I do on my full-size Stitch, where sometimes I'll hot dog down the hallway it. I can't get my finger through there too far, but I can get it through that far. And if I can accidentally reach up there and get it through that far, I'm not going to deploy that knife. This knife, I can't even get my finger through the hole, which means no matter how hard I push, if I'm in a tense situation, I pull this out of my pocket, pow, it's opening. And that choil is every bit as protecting my finger from this blade as the full size, which I just hot dog down the hallway is. You've got the same jimping in the underside here, showing you that that choil is a dedicated finger choil. You do have thinner blade stock, and a thinner body on the M stitch. But besides that, the knives to me look almost identical. One thing I noticed, you have a double-sided pivot, where in the mini stitch, it's tooled here and tooled here. On mine, it's a push-through pivot on my full size. But yeah, guys, the mini, I failed it. Dang it, stitch. You got to remember, this is not a bar style lock, but when you're deploying it, you're not going against the physical detent ball. You're pushing that over that spring tension. So you've got to give it a little snap to get it. I apologize. Got cat crossing. But you have to give it a good little push to get it out there. However, the M stitch to me operates much easier for my hands. I've got a 3.5 inch hand, and this one, it's easier for me to get to the hole. It's easier for me to reach the Ram-Lok to release it, and it feels every bit as ergonomical with that harpoon and with that finger choil. So let's get a quick dimension on this thing. I'm guessing if it's bug out size, it's going to be right there around 7 inches. Maybe a hair over. I'm calling it 7 inches. To the inside of this choil, I'm going to measure right here from this low point to right here. And you're at 4.25. So right here to the front of this choil to right here where the back of that reversible clip is, that's 4.25. So even for a full-size hand, you've got plenty of room to get it in there and clip it. Your pocket clip is a little bit shorter, but it's the same design. You've got the same lanyard hole built into the back here. Weight-wise, let's do this. I'm thinking we're going to have right around a 3-inch blade, but let's see. Comes in right over 3. We'll call it 3 inches. The handle, we're going to call 4 inches. And then lastly, because this is thinner, as you can see, whoops, than my OG stitch. My OG stitch is a good bit wider, and the blade stock is a good bit thicker. So let's just see what that means. Zeroed out. I have a feeling these contoured scales are going to come in right around 1/2 inch, 0.49. Full size stitch, 0.61. Blade stock, 0.1300. OG blade stock, 0.16. So it's a more petite package, but by no means is it small. This knife is every bit as tactically intimidating, as pokey stabby. I think I like it better than the full-size stitch. For me personally, it's not a surprise because I like the MSI, mini MSI, better than the full size. 3.45 ounces. 7.5 ounces on the full size. So yeah, guys, if you're looking for a small Borka Microtech collaboration, the stitch, better yet, the M stitch, this is your ticket. This guy is, we'll call it medium, a cross between small and medium, more leaning towards the size of medium. A nice 7-inch, a little bit over knife with a good 4-inch handle. A grip here that's like 4 3/4. Ram-Lok, USA made, under 300 bones, under 275 bones. Available at Knives and More, and probably online too. We've got more colors coming in, but reach out. Here's the number. If you're out of the country, you put a 1 before that 256. Can't ship out of the country though. But 256-489-4500. Ask for John. Ask for Tate. Tell them you saw the M stitch on JuhVon's channel. Check out this beautiful aluminum, fragged out, stonewashed knife. I'm a fan, guys. Thanks for watching. Channel members, thanks for continuing to support the channel. Anyone who comes in and watches my knife and EDC content, gosh, I'm humbled and appreciative of you taking the time to watch my content. If you're so inclined, hit that subscribe button and stick around. Hit that bell notification icon. I'd love to have you stop by a live stream sometime. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. Hit the hype button. But most importantly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for one another. Go forward with love in your heart and always choose debate, not hate. I love you guys. Peace.